Well, Karabakir Ukoyunlu is a visiting professor at the International Relations Institute at Sao Paulo University. He's in Brazil now. Karabakir, thank you so much for your time. Is this really such a big loss for President Erdogan, given he still holds all the levers of power, he's still the president, and he's still incredibly popular?
It is a big loss for various reasons. After losing Istanbul narrowly in the first election on the 31st of March, Erdogan faced a choice. He would either accept the loss of Istanbul, which is the cash cow of his economy and the big symbol of his regime and government, really, but maintain his respect for democracy and democratic legitimacy, which he always emphasizes, the sanctity of the ballot box. Or he would try to hold on to Istanbul via undemocratic means, if necessary, and risk that democratic legitimacy. What happened by canceling this first election and then losing the rerun by such a humiliating margin, however, is astonishingly, we now see Erdogan having lost both Istanbul and jeopardized his democratic legitimacy, which is quite astonishing to see a series of misjudgments from a political tactician, of a seasoned politician such as Erdogan. What that means at the same time, what that reveals is that the AKP machinery is no longer as robust. It's actually taking in water, and we're going to see the results or the consequences of that in the next days and weeks.
What consequences will that be for the party? Are we going to see splits in his ruling party?
The first things we have to watch and expect to hear will be the establishment of one or maybe two new political parties by former AKP bigwigs and founders, including former President Abdullah Gül and Prime Minister Ahmet Davutoğlu. So we may see the splintering of the AKP. Now, of course, Turkey has become a presidential system. That means parliamentary politics doesn't define Turkish outcomes as they used to do. But in that level as well, we have a newcomer.
Just briefly, let's have a look at the winner, Ekrem İmamoğlu. Just briefly, what kind of leader is he going to be?
We'll see how he's going to be, but based on what he has done so far, he's managed to build an inclusive image, an inclusive platform at a moment when Turkey is suffering from extreme polarization and division. And that has appealed to a lot of voters from across the political spectrum. If he manages to maintain that platform and maintain that image, he is going to be the person that will keep rising and ultimately, maybe in 2023, the person to take on Erdogan in the next presidential election.
All right, one to watch, Karabakir Ukoyunlu. Thank you so much for your